much more exciting life than the life of a teacher. And he's going to talk to you a little bit about how you might use your language acumen beyond St. Patrick's. So give a warm welcome, please, to Miss Mark.
Thank you very much. Before I get started, I just want to get a feel for which languages you're studying and how many and which sort of areas, because I have some statistics on the number of jobs with those languages and things like that later. So put your hand up if you, very basic, put your hand up if I was really good at all have apps and be coordinated into some technical gadget. Oh, we don't. So hand up if you are doing GCSE A-Level French. Okay, all right, same for Spanish. Great. Irish. And other languages that we have in the room, I'm told you might have some Russian, Polish, Chinese, any other languages? Put your hand up with anything other than Italian, Irish, and Italian. Great. Okay. Okay. So before we start, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and Delegate and why I'm here and why your teachers think that I have something to offer you in terms of information and experience. So I'm Anne Murphy, never just Anne, never Miss Murphy, always just Anne Murphy for some reason, but we just keep going with it. In the picture here you see young Murphy, that's wee Murphy, the dog, and that's David, and on the other team there we have Samar, who's Dutch, Jacques, who's Italian, Helen, who's the accounts person from here, and doesn't have another language, Bogna, who is Polish and French. We have Heidi, who's, my goodness, she's got loads, Finnish, Spanish, French, Swedish and English. We have Leanne, who's English and French, and David, who's just an English speaker like myself. I say I'm just an English speaker, but actually this year I went back to Tech actually to learn German. And this is because I have not just my office here in Belfast, but I opened an office in Berlin 2 years ago, and I opened another office in Krakow last year. So as you can imagine, as a monolingualist, it's quite difficult to manage and interact in those businesses outside of the business world, as in with accountants, with the taxman. God, that's probably the scariest when you have the federal government of Germany breathing down your neck and you don't know what it says on a piece of paper. It can be a little bit freakish. So my German teacher tells me that exactly the same, funny enough, as my guitar teacher, because I'm also learning to play guitar, that if you practice for 10 minutes every day, you will become fluent, and that your level will progress at a rapid level. I'm not sure that I've given it 10 minutes a day, but I was in Berlin last week and I gave it a few tries, a few times a day, and it's definitely getting better. So our company is a multilingual recruitment company. This has having a bit more fun. We find people jobs all over Europe. So while we have an office in Belfast, Berlin and Krakow, we actually work in 18 different countries all across Europe. This year alone, we've placed people in, I think we have about 200 placements from January to now. And those jobs range from IT, business studies, sort of business development roles like account managers, sales, customer support, games testers. There's a huge variety of them, but we've done that in around 14 different languages in 18 different countries just this year. So there's lots of opportunity in terms of language requirements. Now, most of those roles that we will place would be for fluent speakers of those languages. So people who have taken it beyond GCSE and A-Level, maybe done it at university, or maybe not. A lot of our students, or a lot of our graduate placements are coming from different countries. So they're coming from French-speaking, Spanish-speaking countries to another country for a job, and they've learned their English just in school to high school, grammar school level. They're not doing it at university to try and improve it, but they've developed their English language skills enough alongside the other language that they have to actually use it as part of their job. So if you flip that round the other way, even going to A-Level should be something that will be helpful to you in a job, even if you're not fully fluent. So I want to give you an idea of the jobs that you can do when you're fluent in a language, but also the opportunities that it affords you later in your life, even if you're not quite fluent in it, but you have a good knowledge of it. So the advantages to linguists, so there are many advantages outside of the actual language itself. One of the things is that the amount of jobs. So when I started Delegate Recruitment 6 years ago in 2009, that's nearly 7 years ago, I was one of 900 agencies that did the same thing as me in Ireland. So there's only, 8.5 million of us in the whole of the island of Ireland, and there's 900 agencies. And I was one of just 2 that did language recruitment. Everybody else was doing, all sorts of different types of recruitment. Some were IT recruiters, but all of them were just general English recruiters for local markets. And I had this great idea to do one for languages because I could see that there was a rise and a developing market for linguists here. And given that we don't have very good language skills as a nation in general, I knew we'd have to get it from somewhere, and that there was a specialism there to expose. So when I did my research, I found out that from the European Union that language requirements were set to rise, not just here, not just the UK, but actually they're to rise by 10% all over Europe for the following 5 years. In my business, I've seen that a lot higher. So my business has grown by 100% year on year. So the requirements that I'm getting from my customers is growing all the time. And I'm not just working on, a few small companies. I'm working for companies like Google, Microsoft, Apple, huge big brands that everybody knows and that are recruiting linguists right across Europe. So that trend continues now, and I'm seeing from last year to this year already there's been about another 70% rise in the requirements from my particular clients. So what they gave me last year, they're looking for 70% more this year. We never just get a requirement for one job, we always get a requirement for like about 20, unless you're talking Germans, and then sometimes we get a requirement for 80, which is just ridiculous and very difficult, but it's a nice position as a company to be in. So in addition to the fact that in 5 years' time there's going to be more jobs and more requirement for linguists, did you actually know that linguists get on average between 5 and 20% more in their salaries than their monolingual peers, even if they're not using their language as part of the job? And there's a number of reasons for that. One of them is you just see a general sort of sense of intellect and vocabulary, and your English language is better, your communication skills are better, and all of those things come together to make you a better employee and to make you more promotable than people who don't have those skills that are as refined. The other thing is that culturally, you're better global citizens when you have an awareness of language, how the language is made up, how the cultures come together from the languages, what people actually mean when they say one thing and the English translation isn't quite right. So for example, last week one of my team texted me, and what she was trying to say to me was, I'm going out to get something for lunch, do you want anything? And what she actually said to me was, I'm leaving for something. And this is the first message she got, and I was thinking, why is she leaving? Oh my God, she's only been here 6 months, why is she leaving? And I thought she's leaving the company, and then I realised when the next message came through and she said, do you want something also? Then I thought, oh yeah, okay, now I know what it is. She's going out for lunch. Just lining up to the time and making an assumption. But also they say that people who have language skills also have better mental health, and that makes you a positive person in the workplace as well. So there's lots of advantages for employers, for people who do have language skills. You have a highly sought after skill in the workplace, but also you have other competitions in the workplace. So for example, there are something like 900 international companies in Belfast. Sorry, I know this is another city, and I maybe should have looked it up in Armagh and maybe even all of Ireland or Northern Ireland, but we'll go with Belfast as the capital. So there's over 900 companies in Belfast that are international companies. Now, that doesn't mean that 900 companies have whole employees bases that have other languages, but what it does mean is that there's 900 companies that have a head office in another location, or example, if you look at somewhere like PricewaterhouseCoopers, they're not called that anymore, I think they're just Pricewaterhouse now, aren't they? Big accountancy firm, consultancy firm, they have offices all over the world. They have things on an ongoing basis where they may be working on a project that's related to a particular area of expertise. So say for example you go off and you do engineering at university, or you do accountancy and specialise in a particular area of accountancy, and then you go to work in somewhere like Pricewaterhouse as a consultant or an accountant, and a project comes up in, goodness, it could come up in Africa, it could come up in France, it could come up wherever it comes up, and they want someone to go to that particular location for 6 months to head up this project. Who are they going to pick? Are they going to pick the person who has some French language skills to go along with the location that they're looking at? Or are they going to pick the English person who has exactly the same skills and experience? You know, there's always just an advantage and edge that you can have by offering something that other people can't just pick up. You can learn, you can go to night class, you can learn on the job, there's different ways of learning different skills in the workplace and on the job. And maybe you have a training program that's 6 weeks long. You're never going to become fluent in a language in 6 weeks. It takes around 600 hours to become fluent in a language. So if you keep building a language and you do it naturally from a stage like now where you have a sort of starting block to do that, then you can build it towards something that later can be very useful to you. And you don't actually need to be fluent in the language to be able to have enough to get by. So A-Level is kind of a good standard to be able to do something like a secondment and get by in another location and be able to engage with your colleagues. Additionally, if you did want to take it to another level and go to university and study languages, again, it's not just about the language. To study it alongside something else is brilliant. You know, if you want to work in business studies, and a language on the side is really a good sort of powerful place to start from. If you don't know what you want to do yet, especially, it's a great thing to do because it gives you a breadth of knowledge across a business platform, but also it gives you an edge to other people that don't have that. So these are some stats about the number of jobs that are available at the moment. Now, this is a strange time of the year for it because we sort of see that in January where there's lots of requirements, February they sort of go down a bit, March are quite high, and then they go down, and then June they start to come up May and June time, so we're still quite early in the year for this. But I looked at these different languages and requirements all over Europe at the minute, and today, this is like literally this morning at 8 o'clock, there were 15 French speaking jobs in Northern Ireland, 7 Spanish, 1 Irish, 4 Polish, 4 Russian, and 1 Chinese. I could also add German in there, that they like 90, but we'll look at that one later. All Ireland, you start to see these going up. So French 201, Spanish 52, Irish 12, UK 549 French speaking jobs, 145 Spanish speaking jobs, and 23 Irish. And then if we look at all Europe with a small e, was, as I say, at the top this morning, I hadn't even got ready yet. French, we have 572, Spanish 455, and Irish 17. Now, what's really quite interesting are the Irish jobs, I think, because most of the Irish jobs I had anticipated to be sort of media related, artsy, more cultural, maybe translation, that sort of thing, but actually the majority of them were for IT roles. So there's something that you can develop alongside a degree or a course in IT at a later stage, and there's going to be more requirements for it. If you look at the Spanish, it's not truly representative in comparison to the French rules there, and that's because the Spanish rules go much quicker. There is a little bit more competition for them. So where the French ones, there's not enough people, so it will stay twice as many for twice as long. The Spanish will tend to get picked up quicker, so while there's still an ongoing requirement in decent numbers, they tend to turn over more quickly than the French ones, so that's why the French ones seem that there's so much more than the Spanish. These are some of the brands, just in, I see the Ireland, Northern Ireland, yeah, Ireland. These are some of the brands in Ireland that recruit for linguists. So, I know you know Armagh down the road. People from America, that's random, Japanese and things in there too. Price Waterhouse, Concentrics, I'm sure you've all heard of, and Tourism Ireland. But then you have the Googles, Facebook, we have the sort of brands that we're looking after. We work for TripAdvisor, we work for a really cool brand. Get this one, this is the best one ever actually. A company called Travelbird in Amsterdam. So if you want to go and work in Amsterdam, they have salespeople, customer service, business advisors, web editors, administrators, that sort of thing. They all have language skills. And Travelbird is the coolest company in the world. I think it's my favourite at the minute. They have things like has everybody seen the is it the internship? The Google one, yeah. How cool it is, and you go in and you think, wow, free food, brilliant. Well, it's a bit like that. Only they have a thing they call a boot camp as well. So they have like fitness instructors that take them round every morning at 7:30. Not everybody, but whoever wants to go. And they meet up in the local park area, and they have like a boot camp instructor that takes them through yoga moves and power moves. And then they go into the office and they have a juice bar and they have their own barista. And honestly, they're just the coolest company. And when you watch their employer videos and read their job descriptions, they're just like, they're super cool. Honestly, you should look them up after this. Just one of many that you can read about. We've got fancy things about it in now. So I'm going to tell you about two people in particular and the sort of paths that they've taken. So these are both my friends. One, Janet, is pre-recruitment, and Suzanne I met after I started working in recruitment. So Janet, first of all, Janet is from Belfast. She studied in Edinburgh, French with business, and then moved into public relations. Janet has the most, I don't even know how to describe her life, glamorous life you've ever seen. Honestly, it's ridiculous. Her stories about whenever she was doing her internships and grad roles and things in PR were things like this guy flew in on a helicopter to pick her up for lunch, and they went down to Dublin, had their lunch, and then he dropped her back up to Ards Airfield, and she got a chauffeur-driven car back into Belfast. Ridiculous things. She holidays in places like Monaco, where I happened to go with her last year, and hang out with her friends who all have like swimming pools. And she is honestly the most down-to-earth, just a girl, with one child and another one on the way. She's a hard-working person. She doesn't use her French in her everyday language, or in her everyday work, sorry. She actually uses her English, but I was going to say she's so good at English. But the enhanced literacy that she has from her French classes and from the cultural awareness and her perspective of the world, just seeing it as a bigger world, it's really just made her exceptional at what she does. And she has her own business, she travels for work, and she's an award-winning PR person. Just lots of things that set her apart from her colleagues, and how she actually got into the business and got those big fancy companies that she went to work for was because she had something different than all of the other people coming out with CAMS degrees from University of Ulster. She had a language, something different, something special that interested the employers. Suzanne's another one. Suzanne, I have down here is Spanish and French, that's what she worked with, but actually she speaks another 4 languages, well 3 plus English on top of that. That she's learned along the way, just because now she's a linguist and she enjoys it. She when she goes somewhere, she just picks things up and learns it, and she can see the similarities in the different languages that she's learned in the past and takes them into the next language, and she just has a love of it and just takes it to a whole other level. So Suzanne also has her own business, but before she started her business, she worked with in pharmaceutical sales for Randox. Yes, all right. And she used her Spanish skills primarily and travelled all over South America, dealing with Randox's customers. Now, it's a sales role, but to be honest, that can be a bit freaky for some people. They don't like the idea of sales, but sales is part of every job now. Everybody has targets. You need to know how well you're doing something. You have a target. Right now, you have a target, and it's getting your GCSEs and what grade you have, and your A-Levels, and what grade you come out with. So you're always, throughout your life, you're always working with targets, and deadlines and all sorts of things like that. And in pharmaceutical sales in particular, you don't have to go and get new customers, so you're not like on the phone with the yellow pages in South America trying to get companies to buy from you. Actually, people are already aware of you, and what you're doing is building relationships with them and getting more business out of people that you're already doing business with. So she spent her life traveling around South America, meeting with her clients, making friends that she still has and introduced me to when I'm going to different countries now. Oh, you should speak to this person, she'd be great to help you with this, that and the other, and you've got an introduction, the next thing you know you've got dinner or cocktail somewhere you've never been before. Then she went to work with Brett Martin. Who's heard of Brett Martin? Anybody heard of Brett Martin? Brett Martin are in mollusk, most unglamorous thing you've ever thought of. This is on video,
Cut that out.
But they make polycarbonate plastic sheeting for finished and semi-finished products. So basically, the pipes that are on the outside of the house, the roof that's on the stadium, Manchester United ground, the walkway, you know, from the car park to the city airport, to the terminal building, that walkway, the plastic that goes over that, Brett Martin made that plastic. But they have customers all over the world. So a few years ago I placed a young gentleman there who was French, German speaking, and he was going to be covering part of Europe, the French and the German part, funny enough, and also part of the Netherlands. And he went in to do that. Brett Martin's biggest challenge is that they have too many people who want their product. So imagine this job where you're a salesperson and you have to, what your job is actually trying to manage how much stuff people want, because you can't give them it all because everybody wants it all. So that's kind of a nice job as well. And now he actually covers all of Eastern Europe, right through Russia, and travels all over there as well. Sorry, I digress. Suzanne worked for them also. Now she has her own business. It's a consultancy firm, and she goes around companies and helps them to export to other countries. So she's using her language skills to get them through doors and